We're back. Okay. So, David, where did we stop the last time?
We're talking about marriage and the idea of
Can you
whether
enunciate?
marriage in Nigeria is patriarchal. If marriage in Nigeria is a patriarchal
Okay.
institution.
So, I wanted to ask basically,
Um,
what do you think about house chores? Are they gender based rules or anybody can do anything?
I do not think house chores it's a gender based rule. I think anybody can do house chores. It's not something that should be gender based, but in our African society it is mostly gender based. The women are known for taking care of the house, while the men, go to farm or something. I think that's in a traditional African setting. But I think over time the idea has changed here because in my own house I did house chores as a
Mm.
man, and it was not the fact that it was it was it was based on gender. So it was something that was done by everyone, not a particular gender or like that. So inherently, I do not think house chores should be gender based.
Okay. Ella, what is your own take? Hmm? What is your own take on house chores? Are they gender based or
If a man is living alone, as we will all get to an age where we have to move out of the house at some point. If a man gets to an age where he can no longer stay with his parents and he gets his own house, would he not clean it? Would he not cook for himself? Would he not wash his own clothes? Will he go around smelling because he has moved out of his house? So these things, I feel like they are more a thing of common sense than gender based actually. Because if you are living alone, you will do it anyway. So why are you trying to act as if you don't have anybody to do it for you that is a female? You automatically lose your hand and legs and your brain as well, so you can't do it.
We are saying the same thing now.
There's there is nothing like chores that are gender based. Like they will say some men, you hear them say that okay, when their wife gives birth, a man does not change diapers. A man does not carry baby. What do you mean a man does not carry baby? A man does not change diapers. Like, is that not also your child? Because do the women like to scream? What is this word they like to use very well? Legacy, passing on their legacy, passing on their name, passing on their this and that. They sure tend to shirk their responsibilities when it comes to actually taking care of said legacy when legacy comes around.
I see.
It's the truth. You will see some men that
David, you don't think so?
you will see some men that when the once the baby starts to
We are
cry,
basically saying the same thing now.
when the baby starts to cry,
I do not
they will
think
say,
it's
"Ah, carry and go
gender
give you mama." You even see some women that they will be in the house like this. The child is complaining. Maybe the child goes to meet the dad. Daddy, see, daddy, see, daddy, see. Say, go and meet your mother. What do you mean, go and meet your mother? Are you not the father? What is so difficult about what a child wants that you cannot easily attend to? So I feel like men have been mollycoddled. They've been coddled a lot, and they feel like mm, they don't even want to use their brains. They don't even want to exert any effort. Most men have the belief that as long as they are giving you money, you should be willing to do every other thing because they are
Well,
giving you money.
it's not
And
always
even
the
in this
case.
day and age where they expect you to bring to the table, I don't know where when they give birth to them, they were holding table as they were coming from they were coming from heaven. So when they come, they are always asking, what do you bring to the table? Because you yourself, if you see the men that even ask what do you bring to the table, they don't have table. They don't even have a potty. We want to start, let's start from the small one. They don't have a potty. Not talk about table, but they want to know what you are bringing in. Now they want you to work. They want you to bring in 50-50. They want you to share the bills, share the school fees, share everything, work and build the home. And they still want to sit down at home and do nothing and have nothing to do with the kids.
Mm.
Most men don't know their children's teachers. Most men don't even know their children's ages. If you ask them how old is this child, they'll say they don't know. They will have to ask, yeah, kinikon, or mommy kinikon. What is how old is this one? They don't know. When you ask them, they'll say, they are always working. You know, a man is always very busy. As if he is even the length, the if you want to actually compare how busy a man is to how busy a woman is, it's not even on the same level. Because if a woman has to work, still has to take care of the kids, still has to do so many things, then the level of busyness is not even on this. But the woman will remember birthdays. The woman will remember it down to his own. Remember birthdays. She remember Christmas, Father's Day. How many women actually get taken care of for Mother's Day? Let's be honest. All they get is more work for the work that they've already done. So if we're actually thinking about it here, I don't believe chores are for anybody to do or for any gender to do. I feel like chores are common sense. Something you just have to do because you're living alone, you will do it.
Okay, so if we're going to talk about it from a cultural aspect, David, do you believe that house chores have been gender based?
Yeah, if you want to look at it based on culture, as you said, or from a cultural perspective,
Mm.
In the
that's
African
in the
perspective.
African setting, it has always been a cultural based kind of thing based on African perspective, and that's I feel that is how the African culture is structured. But I mean, different different cultures or whatever a culture holds to be true or holds to be the ideal, it was obviously laid down by a certain group of people,
Mm.
and that was like a period when the society was patriarchally structured, and so most of the decision makings then in the cultural settings were made up by men. So it's imperative to see why some of these things are the way they are, that house chores should be done by women. Because I'm certain if there were women in those settings or discussions where these things were being made, I do not think um, those kind of idea will be embedded into the cultural thinking of a particular group of people. So house chores is culturally based when it comes to African setting. But in the Western countries, I mean, we don't see that. Sometimes if they upgrade, they have dishwasher. They have machine for dishwashing. So it's not the case where okay, particular gender should wash plates in the Western culture. So it's just an African thing. But I think
What makes you
uh,
think so? Because while the in the Western culture, the woman is not washing plates because she has a dishwasher, she most definitely is picking up and cleaning up after the man.
well, it depends. It depends because um I believe that there is no there are always in every situation there are always exceptions to things, and even in the traditional Western home or something,
Hmm.
it's not always the case, that um because mostly they have a dining table and obviously they'll have children. So well, I believe it's more based on ideology, the ideology of how the home should be arranged in the African culture and in the Western culture, and
Hmm.
not they're not mutually exclusive, but at the same time they are not um synonymous. So it I feel, but if you are looking at it from an African perspective, as Africans, where we can easily relate to, we can say dishwashing or house chores in general,
Hmm.
whether washing clothes, sweeping the house, or anything. I feel it is culturally um structured for women. Yeah, that's the basic reality.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. So if you were going to if you were going to date,
Mm-hmm.
what would you be looking for in a partner?
Yeah, well, a lot of things actually, because if one has to be realistic, in our contemporary society, there are a lot of ideologies flying around, especially with the whole advent of social media and influencer culture.
Mm,
There are a lot of ideologies and agendas that are being
mm,
pushed into people's minds. So the first, if I am to date someone, I need to know your ideology. What exactly shapes your way of thinking?
mm,
What is that ideology? Because there are certain persons that some ideologies have been embedded into them that they cannot see beyond that. And maybe when you try to offer them another perspective,
mm,
they see you as, who is this person, or like it doesn't work. So first, we need to have that discussion, and it's not like we are going to sit down like, oh, what is your ideology? No, it's about maybe a trending issue. And, read about this. What is your opinion, or what do you think about this thing? The response the person will give can give an idea into the the ideology of how the person sees the world. And no, of course, we cannot think the same way. Yeah,
mm,
we cannot think the same way. We are different beings, but at the same time, your ideology on the world is important because there are certain persons that they allow what they hear on social media direct their way of life. They do not take time to, like, okay, think about what they heard and really, really relate it to their own reality. Okay, this whole idea that this lady or this man is pushing out, that he's
mm,
talking about on his page, is this thing realistic? Can it work for me?
mm,
Is it applicable to my own life? So there are many persons like that, male and female, who cannot think for themselves. They allow people to think for them. This
mm,
my influencer said this thing. Oh, so this is what I'm going to be applying in my life. I can't live, or I cannot date a person who cannot think for himself or herself, who
mm,
who feels that, who allows what he hears on social media to direct. It's not like maybe on social media you cannot get good motivation or good advice or
mm,
good ideology, but the fact is that you need to think, you need to be able to, like, relate it to your reality, because there are certain ideologies that people push, that people carry with them
mm,
even in their real life, that you like, this is not applicable. It only
mm,
makes sense on paper, but it doesn't make sense in reality. So I feel ideology is very important. And also, you need, if I want to date a person, say we want to get into something very serious,
mm,
also we need to look at other things, in apart from ideology, the way you see the world. Also need to look at what what is that, in terms of, I feel,
mm,
character wise, because, like, there's this stuff we always taught in school: appearance is not reality. Appearance can be
mm,
deceptive. A person can appear to be something which they are not.
mm,
So I feel dating in this our current society, or contemporary society, goes beyond mere appearances. It's
mm,
beyond just having a very beautiful face card. It's more than that. It's more about character wise and ideology, because for me, in
mm,
this our current society, there are a lot of crazy extremist ideologies moving around. So
mm,
be able to look at these ideologies critically, and think for yourself that, does this ideology make sense for me? Is it applicable? Does it make sense?
mm.
And not that, oh, because my favorite influencer says, oh, as a lady or as a man you should do this, then I begin to do it. Does it make sense?
Okay.
Yeah, that kind of thing. That's
Ella, if you were going to date somebody new,
Mm-hmm.
how early would you start looking for signs of equality or tradition or versus the traditional patriarchal expectations? How early do you start looking for the signs?
As early as we dey talk.
As early as we dey talk, you
As
did not look early. That one me I know.
Before Nana, why I don't
No,
get sense now?
you see, I've not gotten the sense yet. I will tell you why. I will tell you why. Your
As
last
you-
talking stage.
Victoria, let it be. That is in the past. Every day we learn a
Ella,
new
it was not
thing.
in the past though. It
and
has
we grow.
it has it been up to a month? Has it been up to a month?
A month.
I think that it should be like a month plus now. She had this talking stage where she met this very funny human being here, and
Victoria,
there
my
was
business is not up for your podcast.
okay. Okay.
Let's start from there.
But
And let me say.
do you admit
here,
that you did not quickly look in that instance?
it's not a matter of me not quickly looking. See, let me tell you something. I'm not somebody that would judge you based on okay, maybe something you've done the first time. I might think of it and say, okay, this thing is it is iffy, right? Or this thing is wrong, right? But I would also want to give you, because that's the first time you're actually wronging me. I would want to give you, just imagine somebody that we are talking, we're in a talking stage, and this is your first time actually messing up in front of me. I would want to give you like a fair chance, or to feel like, okay, maybe that's not how the person really is.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
The same way I would expect that I'm human. Do you understand? And my character is not perfect.
Of course.
So I would also like, what's it called?
You would extend grace.
Extend grace, because I would expect for grace to be extended
To you.
to me as well.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
I'm a very firm believer of do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
Okay.
So even when you've done something, it's not like I've not clocked it that what you've done is wrong. But I'm still going to give you the benefit of the doubt that
That was a mistake.
you understand, maybe it's just a one-time thing.
Okay.
But when you now do another one that's senior that one, and I'm saying that, oh, this is like it's not
Those are the signs.
this is not a one-time thing. This is who you really are. I will block you
Okay, so you block the person.
instantly.
Oh,
It doesn't take me
What
time.
I was trying to aim at was that
So what I'm saying is,
what I was trying to say,
if possible,
Ella gives grace way too easily.
Hmm.
That's what I was trying to point out.
if possible for me, I would prefer if I get to see your signs even from the very first day. You start telling me, oh, I like you. I would prefer if your you is showing. So if
That's
your you
impossible,
is
no?
the one that you understand, it's actually not. She said, how soon would I? So this one is not like this is just like a imagination kind of thing.
It's not,
Or in an ideal setting.
it's not in an ideal
You get?
setting.
But physically, the truth is you cannot know somebody the first day you meet someone, you can't know that person. That is for sure.
Mm.
The second day you know somebody, in fact, you can even go as much as 6 months without actually truly a person that is actually willing to go the mile with you will pretend to you. And if you really meet a master manipulator, you would think you are clocking signs. Or you would think that, oh, you are very sharp. The person cannot one up you until you realize that while you are playing checkers, the person is playing chess. So for me, I feel like I would always give grace.
Okay.
That is not something I'm going to stop doing.
Mm.
Do you understand? But the minute you make me for any reason feel like those things that you were doing that I was trying to give grace for is actually who you are, you will not be the one to tell me to cut my losses.
Okay.
I will cut it by myself. And the truth is, getting to know somebody to the point where you can now decide if this person, unless the person has glaring red flags, for example now, right? Okay, let me not use me. I met somebody
Okay.
close to the person. Now, if this said person had started the first day I met the person was high and misbehaved in my front, we will not have a second conversation. Do you get? It would have ended there. But nobody comes to you like acting crazy. Do you get? I'm not saying that there are not guys that try to like that will come with their madness in front. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But most sensible people, nobody would want to put their especially for someone they claim to like, would want to put their bad side forward.
Yeah.
So getting to know somebody takes time. And it is that time that you will now use to know whether what the person's red flag, because everybody has red flags. Let us be honest.
Yeah.
And what one person is terming a red flag, another person might be terming it red blanket. Do you get?
Yeah.
And the way we perceive red flags are in degrees.
Yeah.
Do you understand? For me now, smoking might be a red flag or something I'm uncomfortable with. I don't want to have hanging around me. And for you, you might see smoking as not really a big deal. So it's all about perception. But for me, I feel like I would give you grace the first time. But when I see that, okay, yeah, this is not actually a character. It's not a flaw. It's who you are, who you truly are. I will cut my losses.
Okay. Yeah, but well.
Can I say something? Okay. For me, basically, I do believe that there's no particular early time for you to start detecting. From the moment you decide that you want to start talking to somebody is when you should actually look out for those things. For me, including her, all of them have always said one thing about me, that my sisters always said one thing about me, that I do not give
second chances.
not that I don't give second chances. I do not even. I'm too much of an uptight person. But it's not as if I'm uptight.
Victoria
It is
not
that-
uptight. Let me come and
I do
see.
not give opportunity.
It is a lie. Let me tell you the difference between Victoria and myself, right? Victoria is someone that she goes, when you are talking to her, she's already expecting you to fuck up so that she can tell you to come and go.
I'm not expecting you to
That is I know Victoria very well. Now, and I also know one thing about Victoria, that if Victoria meets somebody that she truly likes, she will be that grace she's claiming she's not willing to give. She will give it. It is because the people that she has been meeting, she has not gotten to somebody that she feels, oh, I am attracted to this person. If she is, all these things that she says, I will never. She will do it. Because let me tell you, no, I'm being very, very, very factual. When you like somebody, you tend to want to overlook some certain things. Now, where me, for example, now, someone will talk to me and I'll be like, okay. And I will even want to give you a listening ear.
She would not.
She has already started judging you from the moment you are standing in front
I
of
have
her.
never judged anybody.
You understand?
Maybe I have judged based on the fact that you probably should not. There's nothing that should have made you stand up and come and talk to me. Yes, I will judge you based on that.
Do you understand? Now, in this case, when you've already had that in your heart, how do you want?
No,
I have never seen the person does.
No,
you will give the person the channel.
I have never actually been like, I'm waiting for somebody to fuck up. No, I try to give grace as much as possible. But the
you
truth
don't give any grace. Let me tell you something.
I
know
give
all
grace.
my siblings, right?
I give
I
grace.
know all my siblings. You see this Victoria. Victoria does not give grace. First of all, as the boy they talk, inside of her heart, she's already thinking. First of all, waiting make this person feel like say in go fit waka come meet me, they tell me all these things. Do you understand? And then maybe for one reason or the other, the person just says something that she does not want to hear.
Wait, what do you mean by the person says something I don't want to hear?
For example, now, right? Maybe she meets somebody, and then as the guy they talk, maybe the guy just ordinarily already as the guy is walking up to her, and she has looked at him and she has felt this is not the kind of person that should be walking up to me.
No, I have never done that.
Hold on.
That's one I have never done.
Hold on. The person is has walked up, talking to her.
Except it's some money less.
At
which point I am very justified.
Okay, what's up? Trying to like express themselves. Maybe the person just do mistake, talk something like, and let me see. All this maybe she says something about feminism and the person like, all these feminist views, all those kind of things. She gets Victoria has hand and leg immediately.
Why do you wait? Excuse me. Please.
She will kill that conversation.
Do you want me? Okay, let me give one crystal clear example now.
It might not even be up to family, might be something very.
Let's get in my business a bit now. There was a guy. I was looking for a gym around, so there was a guy that I met on the road. Yeah, the guy just walked up to me and I was like, "Oh, like you look very beautiful and all of that." Seeing the guy, I'm sorry to say, I have one bad habit. It's not a bad habit. It's like an observation, like it's observational skills.
Yeah.
More like, as I saw him, the outfit and everything, it was looking like somebody that was trying too hard to be something that
He is not.
is not. You understand? So, and when he was talking and everything, but I was like, you know what? I'm not going to judge. I try very hard not to judge people by their dressing or because I don't know the kind of issues people come with and all of that.
Yeah.
So I'm always trying to give grace. He collects my number. We start talking. Now, because I am already always on the because from the moment a guy collects my number, I'm already on the lookout for red flags. That is me. I am immediately my body and my mind is prepped for the person to do or say something. And in that sense, Ella is actually right. The person is going to do or say something, and it is not a prejudicial kind of thing. It is because when you grow up in a country like Nigeria, for instance, now you already know that a lot of the people that grow up with you have different ideas and different beliefs, and a lot of Nigerian men are actually very traditional. They are very, very patriarchal.
Yeah.
And I have what I'm looking for in a partner, which is somebody that is somebody that both of us can help can push ourselves to grow together. Not somebody that is expecting me to clean up after him. Do you get?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you understand? So I'm not looking for somebody that is self-made or is rich or anything. I'm looking for somebody that
He is willing to go.
You understand? Somebody that is not expecting somebody to clean up after him. Somebody that is not looking for a maid or anything. Somebody that is looking for a partner.
Yeah.
That is the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
A partner. Somebody that's looking for a partner. So from the moment you open your mouth and you collect my number, the score sheet is already in my hand. The score sheet is already in my hand. And probably because I've been single for a very long time, I already have an idea of what I want.
Yeah.
So if you're not fitting in
that structure, there's no need to
it's not even if you're not fitting into the structure. If the most important part of what I want, which is that you are capable of taking care of yourself, you are not ticking that box. I don't care how rich you are. I don't care how okay you are. I'm not bothered. But if you're not taking the box of you being able to take care of yourself,
yeah,
then I don't see the reason why me and you should be in anything together. I'm not going to start something with somebody. You see that idea where they will tell you that you can change people. I don't bother because I'm not willing to change anybody. I am not Jesus.
Personally,
I am not planning
think it's possible.
You understand?
Is it possible to change someone?
You cannot change anybody. So I'm not going to go down that road with anybody at all. You understand? I'm not going to go down that road with anybody.
Yeah.
This is not to say that I'm a perfect person or anything. It's just that I already have in mind what I want. And the way men would pursue women with an idea of what they want in their head already. That is the same way.
You should also do the same.
So I'm literally doing what men are doing. Because if you think that the boy doesn't have a score sheet in his own hand, you are deceiving yourself. He does.
Sure.
He does. So if the two of you are now grading each other,
Mm-hmm.
that's the truth. So now who grade pass, now who grade first. Now you win.
Yeah.
Now you win. So like what Ella sees or thinks is me not offering grace. It's not that. It is just that I am not going to stand around and wait for somebody to treat me anyhow. You understand? I don't wait for the signs and the wonders. I don't even wait for the signs. Once I see that you are bringing that leg, I'm out the other way. And you know, and that's what they talk about when they say when somebody has been single for too long. Because the more single you are, do you get?
Yeah.
The more likely you. How will I put this thing now? The less likely you are to take certain decisions, like on a whim. It is quite different from if you've been like if you're already in a relationship or something. Like if you just came out of relationship now, you're looking to get back into one to be your decision making process is fast. You will overlook a lot of things. You understand? But the longer you are single, the harder it becomes for you to overlook. Because it's not like as if you don't want a relationship or anything. It's just that it becomes harder to overlook a lot of things. And for me, it has become very hard to overlook.
Yeah, I mean, of course, because
you understand?
It's important to actually.
Yes, it has become very hard to overlook. It has become very hard to overlook. So when it gets like that, one might think that Victoria is not extending grace. It is not that I'm not extending grace. It is that I know what I'm looking for, and I'm not going to extend grace to somebody that I know that I have no intentions of doing anything with. And to be sincere, there's a particular level of intelligence I expect from whoever.
That's something that's very important.
Yes, from whoever I'm going to be with.
Not just academic,
there's a particular level, not just academic or anything. There's a particular level of intelligence I'm expecting, that which is I feel like is very, very important. If you are not saying anything sensible, like there's not like, and you would know people that it is not what they call it. It's not a case of feeling proud or feeling big or something. David, the reality of the issue is that when you speak with somebody that is not intelligent, you will know.
Of course. And for me, I think that is something that many people overlook.
Intelligence is not about going to school. You understand? A lot of people go to school,
but they are not.
Intelligent.
They may be brilliant, but they are not intelligent.
Which brings us back to the Olodo uprising thing. Because what the Olodo uprising thing showed is that a lot of people do go to school.
Yeah.
But the school did not pass through them.
They were
understand?
Through the school.
They just passed through the school, because if, for instance, me and you cannot sit down and talk about what is going on politically, or your political inclinations, and I very, very, very believe in this one thing, which is one of my biggest rules for dating. If your political ideals align with bribery, corruption, evil things, tribalism, bigotry, anything that does not benefit the collective good of the nation, of the people, not of the nation, of the people of the nation, that doesn't benefit the collective good of the people of the nation, I don't see what I'm doing with you.
Yeah,
because if you think like that, it's
already in you.
It tells me that is how you treat people. You understand? So for me, on a lot of bases, I feel like as if it's not like as if I don't extend grace. It's just I'm not going to extend that grace to somebody
that's not worth it.
That is not worth it. Yes, that is.
Yeah, and actually, that's how it's supposed to be, because there are some certain that I was also talking about. Looking at certain ideologies that somebody have. There are certain ideologies that a person will have. You just know right from time that me and that person will not work out, because what's the whole point of looking your time with someone who thinks that once the person is not from my tribe, I can't vote for that person? Or what about credibility and other stuff?
Yes.
There are certain things to look at.
There was a time where this was like 4 or 5 years ago, where an issue was brought up where they were like that. A lot of where they were like a lot of ladies, you could not hold conversations with a lot of ladies. Now you would wonder why they would say, they cannot hold why men were complaining that they could not hold conversations with ladies, that the only conversations you could hold with them are Snapchat conversations and what's the next week or anything you're going to get. You understand? You understand all those kind of things.
I cannot
now I understood in the sense that if you're an intelligent person, you want to have intelligent conversations. But when the person you are with cannot hold a conversation. You imagine not knowing anything about the political conditions of your country or what led to the political conditions of your country. if they ask you basic things like basic geography or basic, you have no idea. Okay, so what then do you discuss? I think I've asked Ella this question before, but it was not related to her. Like, I was just like asking generally that, okay, if you were to go out with a guy now, you understand,
What would
what
you
kind of
guys
conversations
talk
would you
about?
have with the guy? You understand? And then I think it was not only her. I think someone else, and the person was someone else, and the person was like, that you talk about movies and maybe. Okay, which kind of movies are you talking about? And what exactly about the movies are you talking about? Which kind of interesting conversations are you having with this person? Which is also a very, very good basis, a basis for how I judge a person, a partner. If me and you cannot have a conversation about educational movies, we cannot have a conversation about sci-fi movies or novels or anything. The only thing that you know in this life is
Romance movie.
is not even romance, or the only thing you know is all this African magic or this thing. I'm sorry, it is. I don't want to look down on you. I don't want to look down on you, but my dear, you need to be looked down on by somebody.
And I kind of experienced that kind of thing where someone will be like, "Oh, David, you don't chat with me, you don't." And then I ask myself, what are we going to talk about? Because you are not the type that can sustain a conversation. So it's not fast. How are you doing? I'm good. How was the day? It's tiring. Now start to point. I just like nah. Because sometimes you try to maybe start an important conversation and the person's response or like, man, it can be frustrating. So I'd rather not just like, okay, now let everybody just they maybe once in 2 months we can do that. How are you doing? Yeah, and it's okay. But because you cannot, and personally I find it difficult to relate with someone who cannot hold conversations because okay, what are we going to be talking about? So it's those things are kind of things that are very important nowadays. But most of the things people look at is how much can you buy or some kind of unnecessary things that are not necessary. Not that well, these are not important. Some things are necessary, but they are not important. So for me,
Because really, if you cannot have a conversation, like what then do people do? Is it only sex that people used to know? Because I believe that if people cannot hold an intelligent conversation together, the only thing that the two of you can do is everybody open leg.
yeah.
They need to talk now. So then we'll talk about
Talk about what?
Ella and Jarvis.
I was telling my one of my friends, like, don't you follow Pella and Jarvis? I was like, if I follow Pella and Jarvis, my brain cells will be reducing. I don't watch their content, so it's sometimes if I just scroll through one of them, it's become so irritating, and because the grammar and everything. Is it? I asked myself, is it that they are doing this? They are particularly doing it on
Pella is
purpose.
actually uneducated. Like, it's not even just about the grammar. If it was the grammar, like me now, I feel they follow. You guys, I can like try to understand. Okay, not everybody's as educated as I am. You understand? So if it's your grammar, I can. If your grammar is bad, but what you're saying makes sense.
And that's the problem.
You understand? I can follow. But it's not just the grammar; it is the fact that there is no.
Yeah, what the person is saying is, imagine arguing about like when the guy who brought this that started this Olodo uprising stuff, YC. When they brought up the issue, some set of Nigerians, the only thing they were concerned about was net worth. Let's check how much is Pella worth and how much is YC worth.
At the end of the day, do you know that if education was platformed as good as this nonsense Pella was being platformed, the net worth of somebody that has that education and is actually using that education to work would be way higher than that of an uneducated person. Because really, what is Pella's content? Pella does not have content.
Doesn't actually? Yeah, it's not.
It's brain rot. Think about it. There's no content.
That's why I said if I watch a video.
If I have a partner that is the only thing that the person.
The one that
3 kinds of people I hate in my life.
I watch live TikTok.
Wait,
are you serious?
3 kinds of people I hate in my life. People that follow Pella. People that follow Andrew and his brother Tate. Because it is foolishness. It is foolishness of the highest order. And I don't want to bring the church into this. You understand? I really don't want to bring the church into this. But when you really think about it, there's this level of foolishness that is being given, that is being platformed and given an audience. And it started way back from, it didn't start now.
Of course.
It has started a very long time ago. It's just more prevalent
Prominent in
now.
this social media age.
Yes, it's more prevalent now. So if I had a partner and my partner was spewing out all those things, no.
No way for poor people.
So when I say it's not like as if I don't give grace, I know what I'm saying. It's just because observational skills mean that when I observe people, I look at the things you say, the things you utter. And let me be very honest with you. Half the time when people say things, while some can be taken as, oh, it was a joke, a lot should not be taken as a joke.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you an insight into how the person thinks, what the person believes. For instance, okay, like that guy I was telling you about, I said I met when I was looking for the gym, yeah. So he tries to chat me up and everything. We start talking. Now, one thing I noticed in the conversation was he sounded overly eager to be immersed in my life. That's one big red flag. When somebody is trying so very hard to be immersed in your life, like, oh, how are you doing today? Okay, what are you doing? You understand? What are you doing? Can I join you? Can I? I don't understand. We just met, like, and I hate that thing. And a lot of Nigerian men do that shit, and it's very, very annoying. Where they would meet you today, and then the following day they're like, would you like to come to my place? They don't even want to even take you out.
Come to this place.
And this one was not even like, would you like to come to my place? This one was like, he was like, oh, I would like us to see. I was like, okay, no problem, sure, we can see. Then he was like, okay, I was like, sure, we can see, but I don't know you, you're a stranger, you're someone I met on the road. I cannot take you to my house. Neither can I say, okay, so the best thing I can offer you is let us meet in a neutral place. There's a restaurant not too far down. So it's not really like a restaurant like that. It's just like a snack shop. Okay. Yeah. So I was like, let's meet there. Whether he felt like I wanted to use his money to, like, I've not eaten shawarma or something in a while, and I wanted to use his money, which I find very, very, very odd. And I do not like it when men do that thing, or you do that thing where they think that somebody wants to eat their money. Because me, right from when I was small, one of the first things I learned from watching other people, like other girls who were older than me, one of the first things I learned was that if I'm invited on a date, I owed my own money in my hand, because you will not be disgracing me.
Even as a guy, even whenever I'm going out with my friends as guys and they invite, oh guy, come join us, I have my own money in my pocket because I don't want to hear.
You will not be disgracing me.
Now you will not say, come and go and wash plates.
Come and go and wash plates.
If I don't have money, I just tell them, oh sorry, I have a business.
You understand?
I cannot go.
So I was like, okay,
no more problem.
Meet me there. Then he was like, you cannot go to a restaurant though. That we can just meet on the road and then we'll just be walking on the streets. And then I took a good look at myself. Like, I know I want to slim down and all, and I'm doing everything to slim down, but what do you mean I should be walking on the streets with you? Do you think this is secondary school?
I mean, not even on this thing. This is about Nigerian road.
I should be walking on
a good. You can't even use to do good.
I should be walking on the streets with you. I took a very good look at myself and I was like, nah,
never.
This shit is not going to fly. I was like, no, I'm sorry, I cannot walk up and down with you. So that was how that conversation ended. The following day, he was like, okay, maybe we should try to meet again. I can come and meet you up somewhere. I was like, look, I'm going to church and I don't have time for all this, because I'd already closed my mind. Because if the only idea you had in your foolish head was we should be walking up and down the street, it already tells me your mentality level. And I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. It tells me that your mentality is street level, and I don't want to have anything to do with somebody that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that thing's on
the street level. Mm-hmm. So I was like, no. Why walking up and down the street is a good type of date, but it is a date for people that have already been together for a while.
Yeah, like people already dating or something. You can.
Yes. Yeah, but not for somebody that we just met yesterday. The friend that me actually walking up and down the street with you like a jobless goat.
He wants to tell his street members that he has.
No, let's even assume that for some reason we have been dating for a long time, or we've been dating for a while. That means we cannot sit down and talk. We have to now walk the whole street aimlessly. Like this one is not like as if we have somewhere we are walking to.
Just walking now.
We are just
Mind
walking
you,
for the
I have
fun
a
of
very
it.
bad habit. I do not know how to walk like a normal person. Have you seen me? You've seen the way I walk.
It does not work with people.
You see the way I walk. I'm literally the worst person to try that kind of a date with. No, because I've actually tried it once and it didn't go well because when I was dating, what's his name, Demola. That was how it took me. We were like, okay, let's just stroll around and then we'll just buy everyone were coming and then we'll go inside. I was like, oh, okay, sure. And then we started walking and at one point I was in front, he was at the back.
You remember that you were walking with someone?
And I had to wait. And then when he now came, he now held my hand. And then when I started walking together, and then I started doing this thing where, as I was walking, he would have to be pulling me back because I was dragging him forward. Because I do not know how to walk with somebody, like to walk normally, like to walk slowly. Because I don't believe in walking slowly. If I'm going out, go to where I want to go, buy what I want to go, come back inside. I don't believe in all this. Oh, let's stroll, let's look around, let's see what's going on the street. It's not my thing. You understand? You understand? So even if I was going to go on such a walk around kind of date, it cannot be with somebody that I just met. You understand? And because I already have all these security principles already instilled in me, like I cannot meet a straight somebody, even if we've been talking on the phone for a while. So long as we've never met before in my life, I will not be allowing you into my space or anywhere in my area. You understand? In fact, you will not know the way to my house.
Yeah, and I think that's a good thing too. That's a good thing. That security part, because
yes,
you really don't know the kind of person.
Yes. So I don't know why you would think, and that is the problem I have with Nigerian men. I'm very sorry to say this, but I feel like I see a lot of Nigerian men. They're always, I don't think we have female serial killers, but if we ever do have female serial killers in Nigeria, Nigerian men they will die. Because the Ella, if we had female serial killers in Nigeria, you know that a lot of men will die.
We
will have no men because Nigerian men generally have this thing where it is not a choice, like they don't do it on purpose. It's just this thing where they belittle women and they don't have that security consciousness around women, which is an insane thing to do. Because why will you meet somebody and then she will tell you, I'll come to my house, and then you will carry your 2 leg. Somebody you don't know from Adam.
You meet a lady on the road, you will tell her, let's go to my house. Okay, this was what happened. You know this Vanessa's friend that she was. What was this guy's name again? I've forgotten his name.
There's no need to mention his name.
Then Peter's friend. Now, apparently that was how one day he went to the club. He drank. He saw this girl. He does not, mind you, he does not know this girl from anywhere. He saw her. He was like, oh, she should come and chill with him for the night. Somebody that you just met, you say, come and chill with me for the night. She says, okay, let's go. Follows you to your house. You're not even afraid that what if she had a knife and she could have just stabbed you in one dark corner and you would just die like that? Nobody would know.
Or she will go to your house and kill you there and pick your things and then pick your valuables and go.
After taking the girls to the house, both of them had sex. After they finished, he slept off.
You had the infantry to
by the time he would wake up the next morning, all that was left in that apartment was the bed he was sleeping on. Everything was gone. The chairs, washing machine, gas cooker, ceiling.
Did that she drugged him or what?
She did not drug him. He was drunk. Drunk out of his mind.
He would actually sleep for quite a long time.
You understand? And how you even slept so deeply that you know that you were moving your chair, moving everything. The girl empty. The only thing that was left is the bed. He was sleeping.
And he was even lucky. He was even lucky. Some people would have put him on the floor.
Do you understand? And then when he now woke up, he was now like, that girl is a nasty girl. Anyway, he sees that girl, he will do this, he will do that. What did we do?
You met her at the club now. Do you know how?
Do you understand?
Do you know how many were?
Even if you even go back to that club, you think somebody that did that to you will go back to that same club.
That's crazy.
You get?
Yeah.
Like men have this lack of fear. You will see a man, you just met a girl, you brought her to your house, you said for a girl that comes for the first time, should go and cook food that you will eat. You don't know who this person is. She should go and cook food that you will eat, and she will enter kitchen, she will cook. You will not stand with her. Oh. You will sit down in parlor watching something. She will enter kitchen, she will cook. She could have put anything inside that food for you.
And then you join us. Babe, this food is sweet though.
It's sweet oh.
Sabi cook oh.
Arsenic. Arsenic would have been very nice.
Belladonna flour. Put in some poison ivy. You will chop
anti-freeze.
You understand?
Some men don't have that security.
You should be like security, like forget about whether it is a man or it is a
We always
woman.
shout women need to be security conscious, but even the men need to be security conscious. That's just the truth.
Something that should apply for every gender actually, because
like you're not even worried that okay, what
for
if
me,
this girl was sent?
evil has no gender.
Evil does not have a
Evil
gender.
doesn't have a gender. So a woman can perpetrate evil, a man can.
So when I
perpetrate
see,
evil.
so
you should
when
just be
when
careful.
you start talking to me and I see that you are either not security conscious enough, or you simply do not care about your own security, me I care about my own, and that is a sign of very low intelligence.
Yeah.
Ella, I think it was you I was telling that. I said that if, for instance, there was a zombie apocalypse or something, the way a lot of people move would let me know that obviously I will not be trying to save anybody in Nigeria.
I'm telling you,
Because a lot of them have low intelligence.
very low.
Very low intelligence.
If you actually think about it,
I will not be trying to save anybody except for
I
myself.
will save myself. Because you cannot come and use your own.
And maybe my
Get
niece.
me. Yeah, my niece actually, because
My niece.
first of all, she doesn't cost much to save.
Yeah.
All I have to do is carry her
Yeah.
and pick race. And let's actually think about it. She's the only innocent person. Everybody else can run. If you don't like, don't run. See, the truth remains that people, or rather men, they have this uncaring. I don't know what to say is uncaring, or they just have this feeling of I'm a man. And because I'm a man, they feel like, oh, it's just women, just women. If women actually put it in their mind, like if it was that they are even using men to do anything, because let's be honest, men head did not carry juju. Men juju did not used to bring plenty money. If not, every woman would have been doing it.
Like that was how I saw this tweet. I was thinking, I don't know if it was maybe the day was cruising, but those kind of things I don't take it as cruise. So the girl was like, girl to girl, make it your duty to at least in a year defame 10 men, or like make it your duty to accuse 10 men of sexual assault. And I was like, whether at the end you might say, oh, it's just cruise, it's just things, but internet never forgets. That's one motto that is always running around. And imagine that kind of person now, you want to get married in the future, you want to have a boyfriend, and the person pulls up that your tweet.
You'll be very, very, very,
And
very
you'll be
surprised.
like-
Which is another thing I very, very much believe in. Go through the tweets and just the social media of whatever
For
potential
example,
partner that you are going to end up with.
There's
Internet
one
history
thing I
is
always
very important.
there's one thing
Very
I always
important.
throw at people that when, especially for some couple of months now, anybody that comes around me that you say, okay, you are trying to ask me out, I'll always try to, one day when we're just like talking casually, I'll just ask,
That's your handle.
do you follow Very Dark Man?
Do you follow Very Dark Man? Do you follow Andrew
Do you
Tate?
understand? Do you follow Andrew Tate?
Do you follow Andrew Tate?
Do you understand?
Then when I hear that's my idol. My slippers.
You and your
Idol.
idol.
You know that that's the boss of the social media.
You understand? I will ask you, there's certain people that I know off my head that I can ask you, do you follow them? Do you watch their videos? Do you subscribe to their way of thinking? Like this Egungun, what's
Kata Efe.
That's
You
not
understand?
healthy.
The
Bella.
minute you start, I just ask you, do you follow them, or how do you think about this person? And then you now start saying, AJ, all those.
The problem is the fact that you cannot think for yourself. That's not my problem is that anything they say,
Am I okay? Why are you calling my she's very
So you look at those type of things, and for me that is where the problem is, because even people who kind of make this kind of like make positive content creation, positive videos where they maybe talk about certain issues in a positive light. No matter how you tend to agree with everything they say, there will usually be whether one video or one ideology that they may have about a particular thing that you will obviously not agree with. Because I think I don't know if you know this man, this Solomon Buchi.
I don't listen to Solomon Buchi, please. That's a misogynist.
Yeah, because sometimes there was
There was time when he was trying to pretend like he was an ally, but then like most misogynists how their colors used to show.
So like even the man to there was I don't usually watch his video, but there was one I watched where it was about this whole Olodo uprising stuff. He made this comment and like, wow, that was something nice. I kind of agreed to some of the things he said. Then I said, because that was the first time his video was coming on my feed. And like let me even go through his content. Then when I started watching most of his comments, I was like, no. Like I don't subscribe to his way of thinking. Like no, this man, this is not someone I would want to constantly have on my
around
feed.
you.
I know sometimes algorithm wants in the kind of way that once you watch a particular video once or twice, it begins to pop up. Whenever I see his video, I just swipe because no matter how a person might seem to be like, yeah, it's only always has something maybe nice to say. There's always something there will surely be a particular time when you will make a particular statement that you will know that I do not agree. And then the problem now comes from when you always agree with everything he says without even having to like think about it or like So when I watched some of his videos I was like, because once if philosophy has not taught me anything, one thing it has taught me is to be an independent thinker. That is one thing it has taught me. I should be an independent thinker. I should be able to look at a person's idea and think on my own about that idea. Even if I want to use that idea to live my life, I will still from that idea create my own. It may have a little elements of that idea, but still it's something. It will be the major one that will guide my own life is the one that I created for myself after thinking about it. But when you now just subscribe to any idea that person bring because you claim it's your idol or them, even that Andrew Tate, I've never followed him for once. I hate the guy. I don't like him. I don't like his way of thinking right from time. I think there was a time he was even arrested in Romania, right?
Yes, for rape.
Or like, and this is the kind of person that men will like, oh my idol. Well,
good for everybody.
it's crazy.
Anyway, David, it was wonderful having you on the show.
Thank you.
Ella, thank you. We'll see you next time.
Yeah.
See you guys next time.